All right, this is a continuation of the same layout. Okay, we still have the solar plexus chakra here. We have the first quarter moon, and we're still pulling off of the Capricorn and the Neptune in the reverse. Okay, all right. So we're gonna start this time with just some overall one-worders, and we're gonna follow up with any additional, and we're gonna go into another deck, tarot deck. Okay, all right. Look at that spirit. Look at that. I told you, still lining in, right? Because that's what we was talking about. Okay. All right. Let's look at the solar plexus chakra. So the overall weekend is spirit. All right, spirit. Okay, we got adrenaline, and that's lining in with that nine of knives. Okay, it talks about roller coaster ride, up and down, good and bad, rush of feelings. Okay, that's the anxiety, worry. What we just got off of that same card. All right, what is it about this first quarter moon? Okay, Father. All right, ego. Look at that. All right, we got ego. And we already said it could have been either way. All right, when it came to that six of pentagram, right? Okay, somebody was a child, true enough, but they grown now, but it was something that didn't go. Whatever it is, it could have something to do with their ego. Is the reason why. That talks about arrogance, having too much pride, being stubborn, and holding back. All right. Somebody know the actions they did. They know what they did. Okay. But they don't want to be accountable for what they've done. Okay. All right. And now let's look at the Capricorn individually, and let's look at the Neptune in the reverse individually. Tell me about Capricorn, because the overall between the two was magician, right? Okay. For the Capricorn, we got a coffee date. Coffee date, meeting up, planning, discussing, and dating multiple peoples. And I told you already, this individual could have up to 10 children. All right. All right. 10 or close to 16, depending on how it went, but at least 10. Okay. All right. Now let's look at the Neptune in the reverse. Now the Neptune, that talks about, we know what it talks about, but with it coming in the reverse, something did not go forward. Just like this say, frozen, okay? Not speaking, stonewall, not taking actions, all right? With the Neptune in the reverse, all right? So with the ego, somebody wants either they hold it back or they want to try to continue to hold somebody back. We already saw the 4 pentagrams. That talks about control. Somebody wanted some control. Okay, there go the conflict. Still lining in with where we started at. Okay, all right. With the previous message, right? Okay, so now let's get us some additional clarifiers here. We're going to utilize this deck. Let's talk about the solar plexus. It says adrenaline, okay? And that is really well, it should be more on the level where you're connecting to the spirit connections, okay? All right, look at that. It says sacred divinity. It says there are 2 paths ahead, all right? Sacred divinity. There are 2 paths ahead, all right? And when you really think about it, going from the sacral, going from the solar, thank you, Spirit, it really is 2 paths ahead. Because we already talked about what? That solar plexus area is pretty much kind of like where the baby bump be at, right? Okay. And then you have the sacral chakra. That's where your navel at. Okay. 2 rows ahead. That's that navel. Okay. And then from that you go to your root. So yes, it's still 2 what? It's 2 paths ahead. It's still 2 paths ahead from the navel to your root. Okay? Okay. Let's look at this first quarter moon here. The ego. All right. And then we got here, it says ground your light. It says let your soul shine. Okay. Ground your light. Let your soul shine. So even though you know somebody got an ego, you know somebody in their arrogance, you know somebody got too much pride, you know somebody being stubborn, but at the same time, don't you give up on self. Okay. Let your soul shine. Okay. You can't worry about what this soul over here doing, really. Okay. Because this here really is lining in with where this person's soul is at. All right, with the sacral. That's that soul right there. Okay. And over here, you worry about your soul because we saw the birth, actual birth over here under this first quarter moon. All right. All right. And then we have here, let's talk about Capricorn. We have a coffee date. And like I said, this could be meeting up, planning, discussing. We already saw that with the three pentagrams, okay? That talks about planning, preparation, teamwork, and collaborating, okay? Taking notes, looking into something. Kundalini rising, okay? So now they could be voicing over you, talking about you. Why? Because they know the truth about you. Okay? It says ignite your passion for life. Okay? Ignite your passion for life. Don't worry about what's going on here. Okay? Because really with the number 10 coming there, okay, you don't move past that anyway. All right? It's that Kundalini rising. Okay, this could have something to do, no offense, because this here also lines in potential with secret societies. Okay, with that Kundalini. Okay, and then you have here, you got the Neptune and the Frozen here. What is it? Can you share with the Neptune and the Frozen? All right, you have here secret temptation. It says being led astray. Look at that. Being led astray. And that's really what that I feel like they wanted. They wanted. They wanted you to be led astray. Okay. With the Neptune coming up in the reverse, with the Frozen coming up here, they want you to be led astray, not speaking, being stonewalled, not taking action. Okay. Secret temptation. Okay. Still doing, we already saw what? A magician behind the scene doing something anyway, right? Okay. And right here, what you got right there, it says galactic healer. Okay, move forward with an open mind, because even though they think they're in control, these people are not in control. There you go, right there, confirmation. It says galactic healer. You know who you are. It says move forward with an open mind. Okay, all right, all righty. So now let's get into the actual reading real quick with this deck, and we're going to move on. I never used this deck, but we're going to see how it work out with this reading, okay? All right, we're starting back from the beginning here. We just wanted to come out. We're going to take it. This is the 8 of Tools. Now, I don't have like a specific when it comes to these cards. I went through it and I really didn't see too much that would kind of line in, but again, I could see this as somebody trying to this can kind of sort of line into the same mind state when I think about it. Okay, with the 8 of Tools, I can kind of see this as like a 8 of Swords. All right, something like a 8 of Swords. All right, somebody could be feeling like they trapped in power. It's kind of lining up with what they think they doing down here. Okay, with the secret temptation in a way. Okay, and this actual card talks about cleaning. All right, and a cleaning service. Okay, it says best offer. It says don't miss. Okay, it could have been something going on to the point where it could be business related, or these people was trying to utilize you for something. Okay, but spirit say not so. Okay, so that's what we're gonna have right there. Anything else when it comes to that solar plexus chakra here? Do I want to take this? Yeah. Notary office. Look at that. Professional and reliability. So somebody could have did something with documentation. Okay. We have the notary office. Okay. All right. So it could have been some type of or either this could have been somebody trying to do something with a business as well. It was something there. They needed a notary. Okay, because this card talks about like a business. Okay, but this eight of tools coming out here, it could tell me something about somebody tried to trap somebody, cause frustration. Okay, all right. Could have been some type of illegal business. Okay, it could have been that as well. Let's go over here now to the first quarter. We know somebody was in their ego, but Spirit say ground your light. Okay, it says let your soul shine. All right, look at that. Back to the coffee. Somebody love coffee. Okay, somebody love coffee. Cause we already got coffee date down here with Capricorn. First quarter moon says best in town coffee or three of drinks. Okay, that could talks about that collaboration as well. Okay, it says to take a break. Okay, lining in with that ground your light. Okay, let your soul shine. Okay, all right. Anything else over here with the first quarter moon? Okay, we got two. We got here a roulette wheel. Okay, we got 777. Welcome to the casino. We got the wheel moving forward, and we saw the forward progress. And it also says to ground your light, let your soul shine. We saw the forward movement already, right? Then you got hot chocolate. Look at that, the ace of drinks. Okay, that's like moving forward. Life is gonna be good. It says let us warm you up. Okay. All right. And I feel your ancestor spirit guys have been with you 24/7. Okay. All right. So you got hot chocolate out there. Okay. Now, let's go down now to the Capricorn coffee date, okay? That Kalunini rising. So it could have been something like a meeting, a sit down, okay? Could have been a conversation or discovery. They could also have some sandwiches as well while they was meeting up, okay? But this is the tower. Something brought about a change, okay? It's going to bring a change, something, okay? Somebody kind of seeing the truth of something or end of something. Capricorn also, if I'm not mistaken, line in with the devil card, okay? I think they could talk about, okay, it could have had, they know it's the ending of a contract, okay? All of that, okay? All right? And then you got the number 10 there, okay, as well. Final one right here, Neptune coming in the reverse. It was classified by Frozen, okay? And then you got the secret temptation out here. So tell me more here. And it says being led astray. All right, there go the fortune teller coming out. Okay, we got the fortune teller coming out. It says inquire within. It says sees all, knows all. Okay, so it talks about a palm reader, a crystal ball gazing, a tarot reading. Okay, fortune teller. Okay, now it could have said that they was wanting to lead somebody astray, okay? Wanted to, again, keep somebody caught silent, stonewall, okay? Not taking actions, okay? We have here the Neptune coming up in the reverse, okay? Spirit said secret temptation. Now this could be a tarot reading these people are trying to come against, or this here could be a tarot reader that's giving out false information. But then we have here a 10 of tools, okay? So it tells me something is going to come to an end potentially here with this 10 of tools, okay? Something going to come crumbling down. It talks about the lumberjack, the wood the woodcutters, okay? Trained professionals, okay? So somebody are trained professionals, okay? Somebody could be pretty good at what they do with their skills or talent. But with this here 10 or tools coming out, okay, is gonna go for the good or the bad. We already see here with this Capricorn. Capricorn represent what it represent, but we see here with Neptune coming in reverse, something did not it did not do what it was sent out to do, okay? And then we got here the frozen, okay? And then being led astray, okay? And then we got the tarot reader out here. Then we got the trained professionals out here, okay? I want to close them right there on the 10 of tools, because I can see the 10 of tools as something. Okay, all right, we got the sun. All right, something been illuminated, something shining. I still feel that something is gonna kind of remove something, or something was spoken, okay, that they found out actually was true, okay. I can see that as well. All right, so somebody could see that however it fits in their life, okay. All right, so we see a lot going on in here, but I'm seeing a positive here, okay. A new beginning, being innocence. We see the innocence. Okay, that's what I'm kind of picking up here on this 10 of tools. Because I feel that they could represent people being involved in this, trying to tear somebody down, trying to corrupt somebody. They could have they been just that, trained professionals in their dark arts or whatever else, because of those people, even in public offices, doing the notaries, okay, all right, trying to probably do fraudulent businesses here, okay. So they were trained professionals, but now, okay, since some things have been illuminated, things are starting to come to the light, okay. People are starting seeing the truth. People are starting to see somebody was innocent in this situation, okay. And somebody can see that childlike energy within you too, because we already saw the child, and we saw that child also as an adult in the first quarter moon, right? Okay, all right. So what's the closing here, Father? What's the closing? The closing, we're going to take this one right here. And it says here a two of tools. It says tools, supplies, service. Okay. Spirit tell me with this here electrical, okay, tools, okay. Somebody eventually going to have their own business, okay. Not only that, you're going to have time for yourself. And it's really only confirming what it already said up here. It says ground your light, let your soul shine. Okay, you're gonna be just having that self time. We have here the two of tools. Okay, all right. You're gonna have something successful to come in your own life. Okay, whether it's something that you eventually grow, okay, on your own, or gain some type of support. But you're gonna have your own business, and it's gonna be legit. And not only that, whatever it is you do, you're gonna also have some time for yourself, okay, to have that happiness that's long overdue, okay. All right, may even get into writing, okay. All right, so somebody may be utilizing something even when it comes to copywriting, okay, or editing service, okay. It may, whatever it is, it's gonna be you doing your own thing, okay. So all in all, I think it's a beautiful reading. All praises to the Most High. All right, all right. So yeah, talk to you in a bit.